Hey, what's going on, guys, and welcome back to Monster Tamer News, the segment on this channel where we go over the past week's happenings in the world of monster taming. This week we have the long-awaited release of Pokemon Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl, new info regarding Monster Rancher 1 and 2 DX, including its Steam page and a tournament announcement, a pretty hefty Siralim Ultimate update, and tons of stuff across the board. That said, make sure to sit back, relax, and let's dive right in. Alright, so for starters, this week Pokemon Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl have now launched, and it's definitely no secret that there has been a lot of valid criticisms about the latest titles. We did stream the game in two separate parts, and while I don't want to get into it too much in this video, we skipped roughly 80% of the trainers in-game, and still managed to stay on par with other trainers and gym leaders throughout the entire game due to that experience share. Affection also goes up whether or not you have unlocked the following mechanic, though not unlocking it will make it go up slower, and what this does is it will make it so sometimes you'll survive potentially deadly hits and other times you'll heal from status ailments. You also have an increased chance of getting critical hits as well, so there's a lot of buffs that comes with that. I will say there was a very steep power cliff at the Elite Four where they were pretty tough and had really cool new movesets. That being said, I did skip most of the game's trainers, so by the looks of it, if you really want a challenge on that aspect, it's going to be at the expense of avoiding catching wild Pokemon and avoiding trainer battles. The games aren't terrible by any means, but definitely a mixed bag, which will be expanded upon very soon. That said, the games are out, so you can make an informed decision as to whether or not you want to check them out by checking out my streams linked in the description. The Monster Rancher official YouTube channel uploaded a new video talking about the upcoming release of Monster Rancher 1 and 2 DX in the Americas and Europe. This video primarily focused on the World Tournament that the devs have planned for its launch, and by the looks of it, you'll be able to breed out whatever you consider to be your best monster and pin it against everyone else in the world by uploading it to their server, which will then determine which monster is best. We also get a bit of information regarding the way the CD system will work, which we have spoken about in the past, and as we said, it'll essentially be a list that you can choose from, and it'll have a mixture of songs both old and new. The Steam page is also now live, so definitely make sure to go wishlist it to show your support. I'm really hoping these games do well, especially under the prospect that, who knows, perhaps if they do really well, we'll see a full-scale return of the Monster Rancher series to the West. The latest Botworld Adventures Season Pass is live, dubbed the Season of Wind, which also comes with some new features and adjustments. This includes the addition of hats for your character, a new support bot in the form of Gusto, some new side quests, and more. I definitely want to make more videos about the game, because I've honestly had a ton of fun playing it at work, especially since it's a mobile game, and once I get through my insane backlog of Pokemon BDSP and SMT5 videos, I definitely will want to check it out more. Speaking of updates, Siralim Ultimate has had its latest update to version 12. This, much like every other major update in the Siralim compendium, if you will, came with several subsequent patches, but I'll be listing off some of the major mechanics here. We got 9 new realms to unlock the gods in the post-game, 9 new relics, 9 new god forges, 9 god battles, 9 avatar creatures, exotic portals where you can encounter special enemies, 207 new creatures have been added to the game. All of these are backer created monsters. 255 creature skins, a ton of new decorations for the castle, and lots of minor changes as well. The update is extremely massive, and as you can see, there is a lot to read, especially regarding the subsequent patches. Definitely check out the Siralim Ultimate Steam page for more. Now, we got a lot of really interesting smaller news updates this week for our rapid fire segment, including games like Coromon, DokeV, Chain Monsters, Untamed Isles, and more, so stay seated because we got some cool stuff ahead. So first of all, Coromon is being featured at the Game Development World Championship for 2021. You could vote for them if you're interested. No account is required, and it'll be linked below. The Untamed Isles fishing pre-beta test happened this week, and unfortunately, again, I was working during the event, but there is more to come, and I'm going to be on night shift soon, so I should be able to do a lot more of this stuff because I'll be home. From what I've heard, the games are coming along really well too, so good to hear. The latest Chain Monsters development update is out and confirms that the closed beta will be launching sometime within the next few weeks, and the major upgrade will be the revamped battle system. Pearl Abyss, the team behind DokeV, were interviewed by IGN this week to discuss the game from a graphical standpoint. Nothing super heavy in regards to news, but still pretty interesting. I'll leave that linked below. Monster Sanctuary is 66% off on Steam until November 22nd. Abomination is also on sale for 33% off until November 22nd. The latest Kindred Fates newsletter is live, and in it they discuss us that the next alpha update is in the works and NPCs are getting more polished for the single player mode. MonsterCon has been receiving some performance updates and some new sprite reworks. New Monsters recently had a small update which most notably shows off a new party member screen. We got a new screenshot for Zokai that indicates that spawns are not set but are instead affected by outside features such as climate. We got some new Planos for Final Stardust, a new monster for Necromancer's Gift, and some new held items. We get to see the Berserk Alien M150 for the Drugimon demo. A new Battle Gem Pony devlog went live, and while much like the DokeV thing, it doesn't really focus much on news, but it does instead give us a breakdown of how the combat system works, and it goes into the math behind it. I'll leave a link to that below as well. Definitely an interesting watch. The latest Entodrive devlog is up and teases about the new and upcoming mining mechanic, which will tie into bartering. The Gremlin's Tail dev put a video showcasing the updated combat UI, and we get a concept art for the Humpty Dumpty Gremlin. And last but not least, we got an Adore update that features some changes to the recent build. Food durability is one thing that's really important that was added, and just some general balancing stuff. Nothing too crazy, but noteworthy nonetheless. And there you go, guys. A pretty solid week overall in terms of news updates. Definitely make sure to show your support for Monster Rancher by wishlisting it on Steam, and for Coromon by voting for them. Once again, both of these are linked below. As we get closer to 2022, the genre just gets crazier and crazier, and I'm honestly loving it. Tired, sleep deprived, but loving it. That said, if you do want to stay up to date on the genre, definitely hit that subscribe button. I'd really appreciate it. And I will have you know that I upload new monster taming content every single day. You can also check out my Twitter and Discord, which will be linked in the description. Just want to say special thanks to all of our patrons, especially the mythical tier backers, Jim Hamilton and StealCase. And with that, we'll see you guys next time. Peace.